Good morning, family. Good morning, good evening, good morning, family. Good day to everyone. I know that a lot of you are out there now thinking about looking at my video every day. So I want to thank you guys for that. But the today summation or today episode is pretty much what they call the fact that I am blessed to have been in the United States of America, and I'm blessed to have been here, and it's not different from those people who went to the people who came to come and start Western civilization, who went to Egypt and spent 40 years in over there in the Alexander Library. So I'm here, and I'm really delighted that I made it in here and ready to go back there. So the first thing I want to put very much across is that today the topic is how I am taking the fat cats on. How I am taking the fat cats on. I don't want to say how I am taking on the big boys on, because if you tailor it down to the boys only, you may be missing inclusivity. So how I am taking on the fat cats on, and if you, it's not something that the underlying factor there is that there are two big issues out there that has been with us millions and millions and millions of years, but people have got used to not being able to address it. So in my own case, I had a novel that I just released, and it's pretty much, there are two factors inside of the women issue and the issue of people of African descent. So those are hot topic that people talk about them. People feel it, but they don't talk about it. Some people come out, outburst. They just outburst, get really emotional about it. But in my case, I'm taking them on because it's in a novel that I've just written. It is there. That is are the two issues that you will pick out of it after you finish reading it. And the only way I can explain that is that when I was born, I was with my parents. Then my dad passed, and I was with Chief Oswan, which is one of our teachers, who drew my attention to it. So as he drew my attention to it, I took the issue up that I was going to address it. It's something that when you are in the position where I was at, when you have something in your head, I'm selective of what I do. I do get myself involved in, but when I do get involved in something, it doesn't matter. I will always stand, follow through. So that's what I did. So I am taking on the issue that is very, 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 very difficult, and togetherness, we can make this become a reality. If we work together, we will be able to lift it up. It's not something that you can do overnight. But my take on it now is that now that I have already started I've already laid the foundation that is going to be what is going to be attaching to me for the rest of my life, that I was interested in seeing the changes in our racial nomenclature or the misogynistic nomenclature, then I need to step back now and then ask all you guys who have been working side by side with me in the past couple of months that I am ready now to go and do what I really want to do, which means take these talking points and institute a clipboard where everything, or what you call a storyboard, where everything will be oscillating, and there will be what you call a puzzle, a zigzag puzzle that's going to be put together. They are all broken. It's a big zigzag puzzle that is going to be put together. As you put it together, you will now come and form a square. People like IBM call it a symphony, where there are different kind of what you call different conductors and drummers and all that. So taking them on was not easy because a lot of people shy away from it. I happen to have been fortunate to have that background, and when I did, before I left there, I found out that I couldn't do anything about that because I wasn't like Michelle Obama once said that hard dollars are given every they don't restrict them. They do what they want to do. They don't clip their wings. They just kind of like let them do what they want to do. So which I was in that category of it when I was little, I did what I wanted to do. Let me say that, because nobody clipped my wing too. I was like that. But the thing is that I didn't have the canopy. I didn't have the canopy. So since I didn't have no canopy, I was walking from what you call a big. My head was all open. There was nothing to cover me, so I didn't have nowhere to hide. So, like I said a week ago, I was talking about Sanusi, who said he was realizing Harvard. He said, I make a lot of mistakes, and I don't know how I'm going to get out of it. That's the same thing with me. I was making mistakes, but I was not able to, I don't know how I was going to get out of it. I got out of it. But if you now look at the whole entire scenario, and I want to go back again, let me go back. I read today before coming to the studio here that there was some people Lemon was interviewing Elon Musk, and he went into an area where people are saying, oh, he's doing what he's doing, is it going to affect the company? Then he said no, it's not going to affect it because they should be encouraging me to do more of what I'm doing. I think he's a fortunate guy too. He's one of those fortunate human beings like me. Whatever I'm going through, which is almost what he's going through, that sleepless nights where I work 16 hours a day, 7 days a week for all my life, and for the first time now, I'm now learning to how to become more of what you call, I'm now learning what my mom told me when I was a little kid, that you sleep too much. You don't want to get off the bed. She should have known that I was having depression, that I was depressed. She should have known that. But she didn't agree, she didn't address it. Not only that, she should have just known that my attention deficit disorder was going to pose a problem for me, but she didn't address it because of my dad passing away. So it is now that I'm now doing exactly what Elon Musk is doing, but I have not taken off, but I'm going to take off. So I'm saying that the book, go and buy it. and read it, and then we will then use it as something that we're going to use as starting. But let me quickly run, as I haven't said all that, everything I said there. I want to quickly play some what do you call some clip like.
Considering the monumental decision of who to endorse for the presidency of the United States in November 2024, it's crucial to reflect on the track records and leadership qualities of the candidates. After careful consideration, I am proud to endorse Joe Biden over Donald Trump. Joe Biden's record speaks volumes about his understanding of the challenges facing our nation. Throughout his career, Biden has demonstrated a deep commitment to public service and a steadfast dedication to upholding the values of democracy, equality, and progress. From his time as a senator to his tenure as vice president, and now as president, Biden has shown that he knows what time it is when it comes to leading this country forward. On the other hand, Donald Trump's presidency was marked by division, chaos, and a disregard for the norms and institutions that are the foundation of our democracy. His administration was characterized by a lack of empathy, a failure to address pressing issues such as climate change and racial inequality, and a reckless approach to governance that put the interests of a select few above the needs of the American people. In endorsing Joe Biden, I am endorsing a leader who has the experience, the vision, and the compassion to guide our nation through these challenging times. Biden understands the importance of unity and collaboration, and he has shown a willingness to work across the aisle to find common ground and move our country forward. As we look ahead to the future of our democracy, let us stand together in support of Joe Biden